Hi, it's Bella. Welcome to the journey. I've been having some issues recording this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to do it. I've been nervous. It's been a minute since I've talked about anything serious on here, and there's a reason for that. I will probably address that in my next video, but today I wanted to talk about what happened a year ago. 1 year ago today, I tried to commit suicide. I was admitted to the hospital and released 1 week later with a blank page of support systems to find out that my biological father had died the day after I was admitted. It was probably the beginning of, well, honestly, the worst year of my life. It was definitely the worst week of my life, for sure. After I got out, I had a full mental breakdown and then ended up getting kicked out a week later. I do not blame them for what happened. I remember bits and pieces, but I do know that I was not ready to be in a place where I didn't have a support system, but also I was not healing in the hospital. It's an environment I could not find myself comfortable in, and so I got out as soon as I could. I did not seek the appropriate help that I should have, and when you're suffering from a depressive episode like that, and the people around you are not emotionally or mentally equipped to handle it, it becomes a dangerous situation, because not only could you relapse and remake the decision, but also the people around you it's not really fair for them to try and have to deal with something like that when they just don't know how. I am ashamed of what I did for a lot of different reasons, but today we're going to talk about understanding. Because after I got out, among the many reactions that I received, the one that surprised me the most was understanding. I expected anger. I knew that it would hurt the people that I love and the people who love me, because ultimately the message that suicide sends is that you needed help, and to the people who love you, it feels like you're saying that they didn't do enough and that you couldn't see their love enough to want to work toward getting better mentally. And I expected the anger. What I didn't expect was the understanding. My mother was the first. She said that with my chronic illness, when I left home, she was worried that something like this would happen. She understands that when you're beaten down long enough, eventually you just want to stop fighting And I had gotten to that point, and I had been at that point for a long time. I still believe that it was a selfish thing to do, but I also believe that sometimes it's okay to be selfish. That does not mean that what I did was okay, but my mother made me understand that sometimes you just feel like there are no other options, and there will always be somebody there who understands you as well. A friend of mine, and he'll probably never know how much I appreciated it, but he was the first in-person support that I had, and he was the first I got to talk to about any of the feelings that I had about it. He asked me if he could see, and he was the first not to flinch at the sight. And I am forever grateful that he helped me through, because I was pulling away and I was isolating again. So thank you. You probably know who you are, but if not, well, it was those people who helped me through the most. The people who didn't get angry as a first response. And I know how hard it is when someone you love is struggling and you feel like you can't do anything about it, but there are things that you can do. And the first thing is try and understand what they're going through, because people can only tread water for so long. I will link a few things in the description, a song or two, and a spoken word poem that helped me through a lot of things. I had been planning for a while to do this. When you're dealing with chronic illness and exhaustion, it's not uncommon. And I thought that the circumstances meant that I could be done and that I wasn't needed anymore. It's been a long uphill climb, but I think I've gotten to a place where I've accepted my illness. I'm in a place where I have a bit more of a support system, and we're gonna start the journey again. And thank you so much to everybody who's been along for the ride. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up so that way, well, for one, I can get it posted tonight, and so that way it doesn't drag on too long. We might readdress some things along the way, but here's step one. So happy Death Day to me, and I love you all. Love and light. And remember, healing is an everyday battle, and we're all in this together. I'll see you guys next time.